Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin, and I am Kevin Martin, and more importantly, on this time frame, this is my coffee. Mm-mm-mm. This is my truly blessed cup, and I feel truly blessed. And when you have a lot of gratitude for what you have, no matter how much or how little, you always feel blessed. And because you recognize that you have so much more than other people have. We're always in that condition where we are better off than so many other people in this world. Mm, yeah, it's a great day. It's a great day to have a great day, isn't it? Yes. Yes, I want to check my mic. My mic seems to be working well, but I want to make sure I got the right mic because sometimes it doesn't bode well with. Here we go. This may be even a little better. Here we are. I'm miking it now, baby. I'm miking it now. Hey, October 14th. Oh my goodness, the middle of the month of October. 2.5 months left to the end of the year to 2026. Start thinking about next year right now. That's a great time to start thinking about how you want to end this year and what you want to do next year. What do you want to do differently? What do you want to accomplish differently? And just do it. Just get ready for it. Prepare for it. You know, um, when I talk about preparation, I think of the word luck. A lot of people define luck as preparation meets opportunity, and it's true. You got to be prepared. Prepared, whether it is mentally, physically, or whatever it is that you want to happen for you in your life. Get prepared. Get prepared. Great morning this morning. Went to the gym. Did a little treadmill. Did a little bit of swimming and the whirlpool, and I felt wonderful. And then as I'm driving home, it was, believe it or not, 64 degrees here, the lowest I've seen it. And I had my windows open and my sunroof open, and I was still a little heated, even though I showered a little heated and a little wet. And it's like the breeze coming in the car, just it was beautiful. And it helped me think. Now, today we're talking about kindness. Before I get to that, I want to say what October 14th in 1947, October 14th, the sound barrier was broken by Chuck Yeager. I'm a big buff, I'm a big fan of air, airplanes and jets and anything that flies, actually. I'm a really big fan of that. And when I studied, of course, I wasn't around in 1947 to see this, but someone breaking the sound barrier, that how fast that is. That's going over 600 miles an hour. Going over 600 miles an hour. And when that happens, you get that sonic boom. And it's called Mach 1. So Chuck Yeager broke that sound barrier in 1947. It was after World War II. Now, we had some jets flying 300-400 miles an hour in World War II, I believe. There were a lot of planes still. The bombers were all planes and things like that. But we didn't have anything supersonic. And with the testing that Chuck Yeager did, now that's what he was. He was a test pilot. Can you imagine that? You're going to fly something that's going to go probably 100, 200 miles an hour faster than any other jet. It's going to break the sound barrier for the first time. And you're the test pilot. You may or may not come back. He was a brave person, brave man. And that, of course, built our whole, airline, not airline necessarily, but Air Force, with supersonic jets, Navy with supersonic jets. As far as airlines go, we did have a supersonic jet, and I saw the very first one flying into Boston in 1971. I was at the Logan Airport and see it come in and fly down, and its nose drops like this as it's coming down at this angle. It's really, really cool to see. Unfortunately, we don't have supersonic jets flying anymore after an accident in the 80s, I believe, in France with the SSTs that were flying out. Anyway, I was riding back this morning, and I was listening to a song on the radio. I'm trying to get it here right now, baby. Listening to a song on the radio. It was called "Be Kind." Okay, and the lyrics are kind of cool. And in the middle of it, and they were talking about the lyrics of this because someone called in and said that it really spoke to her. And the lyrics in the middle say, "Long line, just trying to check out. Behind me, a kid starts to act out. First thought, this kid wasn't raised right. Next thought, I wonder what their home's like. Then I see she's a single mother, just trying to hold it all together. She'd break down if she could afford to. It wouldn't cost me any more to be kind." I love those lyrics. And it is true. We are in those situations all the time, aren't we? We're in those situations at the supermarket or wherever it is, and we are confronted with what at first seems to be recklessness or whatever it is. We judge right away, and we say, "Hey, someone's not taking care of things the right way." And then he said he realized she was a single mother just trying to hold it together. That realization doesn't come to all of us. It came to him. It came to him in this moment. And there's a story of John Gray that I've told many, many times. John Gray, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Was it Women Are From Venus? Men Are From Mars. Anyway, he tells a story about he was on a bus, and the guy aside of him or across from him had two kids, and they were going wild. They were running around, making a lot of noise, disturbing everybody. And his thoughts at first went, "Geez, those kids are brats. They don't know how to behave." And then his thoughts were, "What kind of parent is that guy, letting his kids do that?" And that's what happens. We have judgments all the time, don't we? And the judgments came out. And he was probably going to lash out and yell at the guy. When the guy suddenly leaned over, he says, "Yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to do. We just came from the hospital where their mother just passed away. They don't realize it. They couldn't comprehend that. I'm not sure how I could ever tell them." And John Gray's attitude, his judgment switched like that because he realized there was no reason for his judgments. His judgments were completely wrong. He realizes instead of being mad and angry at this guy, he wanted to have so much sympathy for this guy. It's amazing how, we can change just like that. We can change just like that. You don't always know. You won't always learn the stories, but you can, when you come to a realization that you don't know, and there could be something going on in people's lives, you can change like that. And you can be kind instead of unkind. Okay, so what do we have today? What do we have today for our quotes? Now, I went looking for quotes for this, and there is an endless amount of quotes on being kind. So I took the ones I thought were perfect for actually learning how to change your life. And our first one is from Aesop. I chose that because this is something, Aesop's Fables. You know, everybody knows them. This one says, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Aesop was meant for writing fables, writing stories that had a moral. And being a philosopher, he had a lot of things, a lot of quotes like this. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And the smallest and easiest act of kindness you can ever do, and you should be able to do this all day long, is a smile. You look at somebody in the eyes and you smile. I was at the gym this morning, I told you that, and I went swimming, and it was a lap pool. And as I'm, not that I swim laps, I walk and dive and do underwater swimming, but I can't swim a whole lap. But anyway, I'm going through, and this other guy's crossing a couple of laps over and catches me in the eyes, right? Catches my look. And I immediately smiled at him and said, good morning. Good morning. And then I had other people saying good morning to me, and I'm saying good morning back. That's all it took. That is an act of kindness. And that's all we need. That's all we need. Good morning, Larry. Now, speaking of kindness, Larry is one of the kindest people I know, and a really good friend, and a fellow hypnotherapist, and an incredible human being. Thank you, Larry, for joining this morning. All right. So here's a second quote. And as I said, I love these quotes. These are just fantastic. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle. Like the stories I just told you. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle, no matter you know nothing about it. I can stumble on my words here. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. And that's true. Everyone you meet, you don't know much about. Some people you don't know anything about. And every one of us have something going on in our lives that may be bothering us. It may be, we may be fighting a battle of some sort. I have just came to mind, and I usually don't do this, but I want to speak out. I found out yesterday that my cousin's daughter was found dead in her apartment. And when she was younger, in her early 20s, we were really close and helping her out with certain things in her life. And we weren't able to help out as much as we wanted to, as much as we could. And her life kind of spiraled, and we don't know how she passed away. It could have been a heart attack. It could have been something, some illness. I just heard yesterday, and I haven't had an update. But her mother and her stepdad and her actual father, biological father, are all going through something today. They're all going through something today. And the people that run into the street, they know nothing about it. They know nothing about it. So yeah, we don't know what kind of battles we're running into. Wherever there is a human, I chose that because I love the beginning. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. And ain't that true? Gosh, any person you meet anywhere, there is an opportunity for kindness. There is an opportunity for kindness. And like I said, the best thing, the easiest thing, should I say, is a smile and a greeting. A smile and a greeting. I know some of us don't like to look people in the eye, especially strangers and stuff like that. But if you're in a safe place, if there are crowds of people around you, if there's other people around you, if you're with someone, it's okay to smile and give someone a greeting. Kind words can be short and easy to speak. Like I said, a nice good morning, hello. but their echoes are truly endless. To some people, at the right time, kind words makes a huge difference in their day, their week, their month, maybe in their life. And you never know when it's going to be the right time. So always be giving of your kind words and your smile. Now, I was going to have this one as the last one because I usually have just that many, but I found another and I wanted to add this today. Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectations of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same thing for you. Princess Diana. I think I picked this because I saw the author, Princess Diana. When she was alive, we followed her a lot. I actually bought my wife a Princess Diana doll that was exact to the scale, so that her trail of her wedding dress was 6 feet as the size of the doll, and the real one was 15, 20 feet. I don't know what it was. But we like Princess Diana, and she stood for good, and she seemed so genuine. Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectations of reward. A lot of people say, the more you give, the more you get back. That means we do it for expectations. Safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. Safe in the knowledge that someday, at the right time, when you just need it, someone may do the same for you, and it probably will. So today, I want you to, the takeaways for today are that you never know what someone's going through. You never know what someone's going through. Those judgments that come up right away, become aware of them. And then stop and then say to yourself, hey, I don't know what they're going through. Why should I judge? Why should I think they're this kind of person or that kind of person? And the second takeaway is so easy to give a smile and a light greeting if you can. Often you're going to make someone's day. Often you are going to make someone's day. So I hope I made your day. Oh, I have one more. This is the newest one. Do things for people because of who they are. Oh, because of who they are. Do things for people not because of who they are. Not because of who they are. Oh, I added this to the teleprompter. That's why you're not seeing it. Do things for people not because of who they are or what they do in return, but because of who you are. So when you're doing things, you're not doing it really for the others. You're doing it because that's just who you are. And maybe it's not who you are now, but you do it often enough and it becomes who you are. Start smiling and greeting people today when you're out anywhere. All right, Al. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day and week. And again, it's not because I tell you that. It's not because I'm wishing it for you. It'll be because you can make it that way. You can do it for yourself. Take care, all. Bye-bye.